Those people right there have actually been there all night because at this point the curfew is being very strictly enforced. Military officers standing guard around that area are not allowing for anyone to get there. This curfew is going to end in about a couple hours, but those people have made it very clear that they would not leave until Mubarak steps down. Now, in terms of whether or not this mobilization is going to be a success, it's going to be a threefold challenge for those hoping to make it a success. The first one, of course, is organizing it. There's still no internet. Cell phone communications are very patchy, so it's working through word of mouth, some text messaging, flyers being distributed. Now, there's another major obstacle today, Tuesday. The government has decided to shut down train stations and buses. So imagine how difficult it is going to be, for instance, for lower class people who are living 100 miles away or 200 kilometers away for them to get here. That's going to be a pretty big challenge. And lastly, we're going to have to see how the army deals with this situation. It has said, as you mentioned in a statement, it will not be using force against protesters. It also acknowledged that these protests are legitimate. So how is the army going to sort of monitor this and deal with security issues and manage such a massive crowd if indeed it does show up? That's a pretty big unknown.
Now, another development that we do need to take into account is the fact that the new vice president, appeared on state television last night to unveil some concessions that the government is making. What are protesters making of that?
Exactly. Omar Suleiman, on behalf of Hosni Mubarak, announced a dialogue with the opposition, but I can tell you that for those people on Tahrir Square, these protesters, anything coming from this regime, any kind of proposition is completely unacceptable. They want the end of it and anything that has anything to do with it.